So Batman can't help me? Fine. Let's see what Batgirl can do.
Hello, Gotham Knights, and I am your host, the Gotham Knight Channel. And welcome back, guys, for an exciting announcement. We finally get to learn who will be playing Batgirl in the HBO Max film. And it is a young actress by the name of Leslie Grace, and she has been making waves for a movie that was called In the Heights, and she will be taking on the role for the, like we have talked about, for HBO Max series, and this was released through Deadline. And Grace won the role with a recent screen test. She went in, she screen test for it, and from what I've heard is they absolutely loved her, blown away. Um, she even has uh, a now Grace is really known in the music industry for her music, which I have heard her before, and she has a wonderful voice. Now, if we trace back um, the Batgirl, when Batgirl was originally announced in March of 2017, and we have talked about this before, that Josh Whedon was going to helm it, and it kept moving on, and everything that happened with Whedon, and they have been trying to find their way. Uh, so we knew that the Flash and Birds of Prey writer Christine Hodson was tapped to pen the script. And then, things went very quiet. We didn't hear anything until really March of 2021, when we saw the Batgirl logo appear during the DC portion of the AT&T's Analysis and Investor Day in the 2021 presentation. And soon after, the film was tapped, what we had mentioned before, by Bad Boys for Life directors Dil El Arbi and Billy Falah. I hope I pronounced your names right. I'm sorry if I didn't. And it was also confirmed that the film would skip theaters and go straight to HBO Max, like we talked about, like the Nightwing. And so now this is going to give a a different things to look at, and I want you guys to keep this in mind, because if we have the Batgirl film coming up, a lot of DC projects are really getting ramped up. And if you're a DC fan, you should be getting really excited because, like I said, this is the Batman channel. We cover Batman. But we know Michael B. Jordan's company has been tapped to do their own Superman. And I believe that he's going to be doing Val Zod. So it has nothing to do with, of course, Kal-El, Superman, that we all know, but Val Zod and his company is coming, so he's going to bring his own different Superman, which we've heard rumors was going to be crossing over with Robert Patterson's The Batman, from what they've talked about, like on Inside Sources. That's something that they talked about. But with this Batgirl, what Christina had said is that we hope to take the audience on a fun ride and see a different side of Gotham. Yeah, that's going to be very interesting. I want to see what they're planning. I'm very excited for this. I know a lot of people may not agree with the casting, and to me it's you get into a little how do we say, area where people are afraid to talk about. Well, here at the Gotham Knight channel, we're not going to be afraid to talk about it. You know, if you don't have thick skin, and if you're this new generation that doesn't have thick skin, I'm sorry. I'm Generation X. You know, we didn't text when we didn't like anybody. We didn't hide it on social media. You actually had to do it in front of their face, and that's how we handle things. I'm Generation X. and this is how we're going to handle topics on the Gotham Knight channel. And if you don't have that thick skin for it, I'm sorry. You know, you can go find another channel that can dance around your feelings. I'm not going to do that. So with this topic, I know people are going to talk about, well, what about the race factor? Barbara Gore has always been a white character. To me, being from Hispanic descent, I always want to see my culture displayed. At the same time, I don't want a Mexican man playing Batman and having that aspect of Mexican being Batman. I mean, when you think about it, it's cool. Like, oh man, it's cool. But Bruce Wayne is white. You can't change the name. You can't hide that name. What I've liked about Batman is that in comics, it's like they're almost having to feed a certain aspect of every culture. Like, oh hey, you could be Batman, you could be Batman, and they tailor to the Asian community, to the black community, the Hispanic community. I mean, being from the Hispanic community, it's not what we want. We want our own characters. Now in Batman, I mean, we got Bane. Bane is in a Hispanic character, and he wears the luchador mask, and that's freaking cool. Like, I think that's where some studios don't get that aspect, that there were writers already that worked in characters like a Lucius Fox or Bane or whatever character and whatever descent. And I think that studios or not studios, but even companies in general are so afraid, like, oh well, we have to get them involved. And it started with new characters. How about we start there? We don't have to change other characters. Now, why I bring that up is because Leslie Grace doesn't have the typical look of what was Batgirl. And Batgirl's look has always changed throughout the years, but through this one has been, she does have, born in Brooklyn, does have character to her, right? And I hate when, the whole thing of race. I mean, if a person has character, it's character. It doesn't matter what they look like. And Leslie Grace just has a feeling of like, yeah, like she can really pull this off. Like, she's gonna be really great at this role. Now, I can be completely wrong. I can completely be wrong in this area. However, Leslie Grace, I mean, not only can the girl sing, but she can act. And I think that brings a different aspect of Batgirl, where can bring her to life. Now, being a young man when I was a young boy and seeing Yvonne Craig is Batgirl, oh my goodness, like that was send my heart racing. But I think with Leslie, she's gonna have a presence right out the bat, and I think that's where the casting, when they casted her, whoever the casting director was, felt that. And I think you guys are going to see that too, that when she puts on the outfit and dons the cowl for Batgirl, you're going to be like, oh yeah, this can be Batgirl. So in the long aspect of casting the right person for a role, I think Leslie is definitely the right person for that. So hopefully we'll get to see something soon from her. Hopefully they get started on this project really fast, and we can start seeing some pictures of her and seeing her in this new Gotham that they talk about, and see who else might come in. I mean, we might see the new Supergirl from the Flash movie show up in this film, which would definitely be a cool crossover. And will we see Robert Patterson or Michael B. Jordan in this new film for HBO Max. But I think this is going to be really something special. I think Leslie Grace is going to bring some real soul to the character, and I think she's going to definitely have a commanding presence with the amount of confidence that she has in this, in her acting. I think we're in for a treat, guys. So, Leslie, I mean, all all congratulations to you. I know you can do it and knock it out of the park. So I'm excited to see you. So, but yeah, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get on out of here, and I want to go ahead and thank you for listening, and for those liking and subscribing, thank you so much. We got some cool stuff coming up. So when we hit 1,000 subscribers, we're gonna be giving away a cool prize. All right, guys. So you guys have a wonderful day out in Gotham. Take care.